More Japanese firms are raising wages to fight labor scarcity. Reuters. Ballot. Tokyo. More large Japanese groups are actually raising wages to draw people and deal with persistent team of workers shortages, a monthly Ballot showed on Thursday, a tentative sign Japan Inc. can be slowly addressing pay that has been flat for many years. Still, the corporate survey determined that higher wages are not but the go-to tactic for agencies, with digitalization visible as the most famous a number of the a couple of measures corporations say they're using to deal with the labor crunch. Japanese agencies have normally prevented boosting wages because many years of deflation made it hard to bypass on better expenses to consumers. That would possibly now be converting, because the double whammy of better commodities fees and a weaker yen power up living charges, and spotlight the strain on employees. Prime Minister Fumio Kishida has additionally known as on agencies to hike wages. Overall, we are going through labor shortages and we're suffering to lure part-timers at shops particularly. We are responding with the aid of elevating wages. However, there is a restriction, the manager of a wholesaler wrote inside the survey, on circumstance of anonymity. The poll of 495 big non-financial firms, taken August 2012, highlighted what seemed to be a developing willingness by groups to boom wages. The hiking of wages or beginning salaries became picked via 44% of respondents as one of the multiple methods they have been adopting. That compared to just 25% of corporations that mentioned in a 2017 corporate survey that they might increase salaries. A complete 59% picked going digital, and different measures to keep manpower as certainly one of their techniques. The tide is changing as labor shortages have induced increasingly more agencies to elevate wages, albeit regularly, mentioned Koya Miyamai, a senior economist at SMBC Nikko Securities. Now is just the beginning. As the population more and more ages and dwindles, the momentum to hike wages will gather steam, he mentioned. A majority of groups, 54%, stated they faced a labor crunch, with the dearth maximum reported among non-manufacturers, 59% of which said they were squeezed for staffing. We have now not been capable of do anything to stable employees, stated some other manager at a wholesaler. Companies additionally referred to as for a better running environment, along with year-round hiring and delaying retirement to inspire the aged to work until their later years. Immigration. The dwindling pool of employees has been a subject for years within the global's number 3 economy, and has served as a cautionary tale for other advanced economies together within Europe. Policymakers, meanwhile, have stopped brief of permitting giant immigration. A total of 19% of corporations mentioned they had been securing overseas people, as compared to 13% inside the 2017 survey. Separately, 3/4 of agencies said they desired Kishida's government to installation another round of large stimulus to help the economic system deal with rising living fees. A total of 44% of firms stated they desired to see clean economic stimulus, the maximum famous preference. Only 1 in 5 said they wanted to look further monetary stimulus, highlighting the dwindling assist for the Bank of Japan's massive easing program. The survey results came as gross home product (GDP) to June noticed a third directly area of enlargement, but analysts say the resurgence of the COVID-19 and a slowdown within the US and Chinese economies cloud the outlook. In the survey, an extensive majority of Japanese corporations noticed the virus's resurgence posing a disadvantage risk to the economy inside the latter half of this economic 12 months to March 2023. The poll, performed for by means of Nikkei Research, canvassed 495 large non-financial Japanese companies, half of which spoke back at some point of the August 2012 period. Managers normally reply on condition of anonymity, permitting them to explicit evaluations extra freely. $1 equals 133.3900 yen.